So I saw this image on Facebook, and he just explained. I think he explained why I support Amorim, or why I always speak and stand for Amorim. And it says it's all well and good saying sack Amorim. Amorim must go. I mean, it's understandable. His record is bad and everything. It's cool to say that. Now this writer goes to say, but the next manager will be United's fifth manager in the last 4 years, not counting Carrick and Van Nistelrooy's short spells. You've already tried the serial winner. You've tried the serial winner, the authoritarian, the man who knows the Premier League, the man who knows the club, the pressing man, and the next big thing in Europe twice. Who else? And it makes me wonder, honestly. Well, I think this person is over exaggerating because in the last 4 years, I think we've had we've had less than this. We had Ten Hag for 2 years, Amorim, Ragnick, who again was there? If you exclude Carrick and Van Nistelrooy, it's just Ragnick now. Ole. So it's something. It's something to think that we've had this in the past how many years? Yeah, he's over exaggerating the issue, or we might be correct. But we've had this much we've had this much managers, but their players are still here. What is now the problem? Honestly, what would you say is the problem? Because for me, naturally, I think it's not the managers. Hear me out. The managers can share a little blame in this. And that's why, I mean, I was against Ten Hag because I felt he was a bit hypocritical in saying, I think during the Ronaldo issue or something, it was like he's not going to play any player that doesn't come to training or does not train hard and all that. It's all dependent on what you do in training and all that. Or rather, if you are injured, you cannot just go and start a match. You have to train with the club before you play a match. And he was referring to Ronaldo when he didn't report to Carrington on time. But then he went ahead to go and play Martial when Martial came back from injury. Like immediately he played him. Ronaldo was still on the bench. He played him and all that other things. So I am literally not going to even put Ten Hag into the frame. I'm also looking at the fact that instead of plenty of other things, let's leave Ten Hag out of this. But the thing is, we've had this much managers. Bruno has been in this club, and Bruno has been our captain for a very long while after Maguire was the captain. And every manager that has come have stood by Bruno because I mean he's the best thing after jollof rice that happened to Manchester United. So how come every manager is bad but the players are not bad? Why are we not really looking at these players? And yes, we might put into perspective the fact that we bought some players. I would really accept that we bought some players. It's true, and they come ahead and they are just bad for Manchester United as well. They just join the train of bad players. But I will owe that to the leadership within the players. Within the players, I'm going to talk about this during the blueprints, which I'm hoping you guys, you know, engage in that blueprint because it's me speaking about the progress of this formation, this system, how Amorim can go forward. But the thing is, I don't get how these players are so soft-minded. How do we have soft-minded players? How do you have players that when they come, they just succumb to the pressure? It's because there is no leader in the team. The leadership is with Bruno, and Bruno is not the best character for a leader. He's a great player, but he's not a great leader. That's my opinion. I mean, that's why he's not the captain of Portugal. He's a great player, but not a great leader. Because you need Bruno. In times of last match, the game against Brentford, I saw him strolling. He was just casually playing, like he was tired. He was fed up. He was not understanding what was happening, and the manager kept him right there in the field. This video is beginning to become long. I just look on to the next episode. So, continuation of my video where I was just ranting about how we've removed the responsibility from players and we are always focusing on managers. It's a crazy thing, yeah. I feel like it's the worst thing we do because it empowers this player. I was having a chat with a fan, and he made mention of the fact that oh, Bruno is being played out of position. That is because of that we are losing. If we put him as a 10, he's going to do better, and the team will, well, in turn progress. And I'm like, should we change the whole system because of Bruno? Yeah, he made mention of we play him as a 4-4-3 and 4-3-3 rather, and we play him above the two center midfielders or defensive midfielders. That's where Bruno will succeed. So because of Bruno, formation should be changed because he's being played out of position. I'm like, why? Why should the formation be changed because of a certain player? Because we feel he's the best player. So what happens to the rest of the players? If you are changing for one, I mean, you have to change for all. Yes, now let's think about it. If you are changing for one, we have to change for all. We have to play Kunha and Shesko as two strikers playing in the center of the field. We have to play Ahmad as a right winger or as a right-sided midfielder, one of the 10. We have to play Mbuemo as well in that position. And it's just a mental thing that we feel that is the only solution. So, anyways, I'm done having this discussion with everybody who's going to hammer the manager. You can do that for a very long while. It's okay. We are losing, so things are not progressing the way we would want it to progress, and it's understandable that everybody is angry. But in all that, I would like us to take a chill pill. Now, let me outline this for us properly. Ineos took over Manchester United last season, at the beginning of last season, if I'm not mistaken. And they played with, what's his name? They had Ten Hag with them. And after a while, everyone cried, sack, sack, sack. I mean, Ten Hag was not doing better. I still have my personal hate for him. And we sacked him. Now, Amorim came in, and with the players we had, we already knew he was not going to do well because we do not have the right profile of players to play a 3-4-3 formation. Players were gone. We didn't have good. We don't even have good players. Sef. I'm saying players were gone as if we had good players. We don't have good players to even play a 4-3-3 formation. And then he came in. This is the first time he's signing players. He has signed three. Well, he signed in the winter transfer window. He has signed three players now. Now we've signed Mbuemo, Kunha, and Shesko. But that didn't work, did it? It's not working. The only person who has been a success so far is Mbuemo because he's lethal. Give him the ball, give him the goal, he's going to score. Every other thing in the wing, I don't think is that useful. My personal observation. Him to run from the wings on his own as a natural winger is not his cup of tea. But him doing it in that box 18, doing all he can do, you are going to see the best out of Mbeumo. Let him just hover around the box 18. So it's more or less like we have three strikers playing together. A right-sided striker, a left-sided striker, and a center striker. We have three ST playing together, but none of the left-sided striker and right-sided striker function very well as a winger, which is another thing we've never put into perspective. They all do not function properly as a winger. So all of you crying out that okay, let's play 4-3-3, let's play 4-3-3. No problem, let's play 4-3-3. Who's the natural winger in our club right now, aside Ahmad? Don't even mention Kuma because Kuma is not a winger, he's a striker. Aside Ahmad, Mount is not a winger. The only person who can pass up aside Ahmad is Mbeumo. So who's going to play the left wing? Who's going to run that channel front and back and help the defender, help the left back? Who's going to do that? Who do we have in midfield? Manu made the mistake that led to the third goal yesterday and he couldn't even catch up. Ugarte is not even as good enough as Casemiro on a good day. Casemiro do not have the legs to contend and compete with the likes of Caicedo and the rest. So who do we even have to play the two sitting midfield? All of you just cry. It's a whole crazy thing. Let's change the formation. Let's change the system. Play 4-3-3 and play what? What would these players actually play that will suit them, that they will play with their hearts? That is my own question. That's my own cup of tea. They don't play like they want to. They want to be in Manchester United. Yeah, I had that conversation with someone. I was like, you are mentioning that all these players when they leave this club, they go and they do well. Agreed, because they go to where they have to fight for their place. It's a new club entirely. It is not their comfort zone. In Manchester United, they are comfortable. They can do what they like and they can get away with it. Well, except for the online people who are going to complain and the media who is going to complain. But in the club itself, as a player itself, they will get away with it. But when they move somewhere else, like Rashford, he has to fight for a shirt, so he knows he needs to put in a shift every match. He knows he has to run for the ball and pursue the ball every match. He knows he has to turn up for training every time. And even if the media does not catch it, you are going just going to collect inside of the club facility. So it's something that we need to really think about. Hoyland is there battling for his place. Sancho has to battle. Every one of them, Garnacho is a bench warmer. Now they know they have to fight for their place. It is not just given to them. They know they have to fight for their place. So they know they have to up their performance. And not talk of the fact that there is already a working system. So I personally have been saying it. I don't think it is an Amorim thing. I think it is a club thing, a general thing. Does Amorim have his own blame? Yes, he makes some errors, he makes some mistakes, and the rest. Yes. Do the players have a lot of the? I will give it to them 100% every day because you can see them trying on some games and you can see them actively not trying at all. They don't even care how we take it. You guys will just watch us play. I said I'm not going to rant, and I've ranted. So that's been me. I just feel again at the end of the day, I'm saying it's not the manager. It is not it's not really the manager. Yes, the manager has his blame, but it is not entirely him. Again, we've had 5 managers in 4 years. Think about it. Let it sink. Do you think a new manager will help? If we get a new manager, do you think we have the resources to start afresh a new system? Just sit down and think about it. I've been Fred. Peace.
So, how would you rate the signings on a scale of 1 to 10? And how do you think they're going to perform for Manchester United? Let's start with Mbemo.
Okay, so I think it's a big upgrade. So